let's talk about it. This is how a lot of you Bron fans would be acting. And if he had stayed in Cleveland, he probably would have got dog walked like he did last night. You guys probably actually thought, especially you, I'm talking to you LeBron fans out there. You extreme LeBron, just, if it was up to you, you would put a bib on him and feed him his porridge because he's your king. He's your sandcastle king. You can't blame Luka because that was the narrative that was going to be pushed. They could have lost a lot worse than they did. I mean, the referees wasn't perfect. The referees are never perfect. But I seen LeBron get away with a whole lot of blatant pushing and fouling him damn self. If the refs were really playing it down the middle, LeBron would have had like 4 fouls within the middle of the third quarter. So you can't blame the refs. Tried to be lenient in the first half, but then that second quarter happened going into the half. And when DiVincenzo hit that halftime buzzer beater, like in your face, take that, as Brown would know much about, because ain't no party like, well, never mind. But at that point, you knew it. Luka Doncic, 37 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. He was definitely not the problem. Then you look at LeBron's stat line, 19 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. Now let's add like 20 more points on it. Maybe that would give him a victory. So basically, you're going to rely on LeBron having to score an average of 40 points a night. He would have to have a Miami Heat series when he was with Miami, or even like the second time that the Cavs was in the finals. That was the one where he was blaming J.R. Smith, the famous meme that everybody sees with LeBron sticking his hands out looking at J.R. Smith because J.R. Smith had a brain fart that didn't make any sense at all. And LeBron was like, well, what are you doing? That's the team where he averaged a triple-double and he was like banging on like 38, 40 points a game. I mean, he got off in that series, but it didn't affect winning because they did not. He would have to play like that, and he's not capable of playing like that. Despite what, allegedly he might be getting help from, allegedly, that won't help him either because at some point, Father Time rears this timely hit, and he's like, hey, let's say he can hang 40 from here on out every game. 10, 12, 13 assists, 10, 11 rebounds, and Luka still doing Luka things. That's still not going to be enough because whoever idea this was to even initiate this trade with the Dallas Mavericks, they completely ignored one major factor. As much as these guys BS around during the regular season, the playoffs is the playoffs. And in the playoffs, you better be able to play some kind of defense. I mean, goddamn, just pinch a nigga or something. Do something. But Luka's not going to pinch anybody. He's not going to cough on anybody. He'll light you up on offensive end. He'll do that. But that's going to be null and void on the other end. And in the playoffs, you can't have that if you expect to win in advance. It's not going to work. But the funniest thing is, a lot of you LeBron fans, Stephen A., Shannon Sharp, Lakers in 5. When Shannon Sharp say shit like that, that's what he really wanted to say. Completely disrespecting Anthony Edwards, the man who was in the Western Conference Finals last year. He's not in the playoffs by accident. He didn't even, by the same token, just like earlier when I mentioned LeBron would have to have a Miami Heat series. Hanging 40 a game, assists, rebounds, triple-double in that shit. Got to keep in mind, Ant only put up 22 points. He did a lot of distributing. He played team basketball. But if it comes a time that Anthony Edwards have to hang 40 and he gets hot, what you going to do with him? Luka can't stop him. You don't have the personnel that's going to stop him. Who you going to put on him? Rui Archimura? Dalton Connect? It's not going to work. And let's say, okay, let's rotate some of these other guys on him. We have to find a way to stop Anthony Edwards because he's lighting our ass up. Well, now the other guys on the Timberwolves are open. They can do their game. You got Reed out there busting your ass from the perimeter. You got Julius Randle doing his thing and shit. Even though it was a few times in there, he just, sometimes he just made me want to pull my hair out. And I shave my shit. I'm Kojaking. And he still want me to pull my shit out. Like, come on, Julius. What the fuck are you doing? But when he get in his groove, he gonna do his shit too. The problem with the Lakers is they can't guard anybody. LeBron ain't gonna do it. He might chase you down from behind and block your shit like he did that one time. Now, I don't know why people still fall for that. That's the only defense LeBron plays. That's the only thing you got to worry about when it comes to his defense. He's not in no hurry to switch on anybody. And then when the switch doesn't happen and the Lakers give up a bucket or three or whatever, he's going to point at somebody else because it's never his fault. That's the problem with this Lakers team. That's the problem with LeBron James. Nothing is ever his fault, but yet he wants everything to be heaped on him when everything's going great. Real life don't work like that, and neither does it work in sports. At some point in time, you have to take accountability too. You say you the GOAT, right? I didn't see no GOAT activities last night. You was more like Curry GOAT last night with the extra seasoning on Anthony Edwards' plate. And it's just hilarious. And you Bron fans, just switch out the Cavs jersey and put on the Lakers jersey because y'all follow that nigga wherever he go anyway. And this is what I envision when I think of you guys. Shout out to that brother. Envision you guys just like this meme you see on your screen. Wherever he go, you guys got your little onesies on, your little LeBron onesies. A lot of you dudes, I'm sure you got your little Barbie doll, LeBron doll. The last night, all I saw was LeBrick, as Skip Bayless would call him, in his many struggles in the playoffs that sports media conveniently goes out of their way to ignore and forget about, as if it never happened. Gee, how sway? But last night was just another playoff hilarious moment in the 22-year-long career of LeBrick James. And this is why LeBron James is not the GOAT. He doesn't have it in him. He don't have those GOAT-like tendencies. And I don't care what kind of preparation or whatever he's doing to aid him, even though he is in his 40s, to be able to run and jump and compete with players who are half his age. That's not going to be enough because, dancing around a rabbit hole, for the sake of argument, even if he's doing something, that something has to have something to work with. And what it has to work with is a 41-year-old body. It's not going to be the same regardless. And I predict, like Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp wanted to say, Lakers in 5. They really wanted to say Lakers in 4. I say Timberwolves in 5. But don't be surprised if it's Timberwolves in 4. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Shy Out of Town Sports. And this is going to be the most glorious, most hilarious debacle ever seen in Los Angeles. Enjoy.